Hi, Lydia.
Hey, Vonda.
And I want to welcome all of you to the OJT Talk podcast with me and Lydia. So I'm
Hey.
Vonda.
I'm Lydia. And I guess
And go ahead, Lydia.
No, I was just saying, I guess we're going to get into it today.
Yes. And see, you know what? This is what I like about this podcast. Lydia and I, for all of the new viewers, we're best friends. This is not scripted. We are literally signing on and just talking. So
Yes.
that's how come when you guys tune in, it's not like perfected. I'm just like, oh, what was that, Lydia? You go ahead. It's not scripted. It's us just talking. We want to relate to people with everyday experiences, current events, and just talk, just to be us.
And talk about things that are important to pretty much everyday people.
Yes.
We might talk about, when we're at home with other people, but, we don't ever hear another person really talk about it.
True. Oh, and you guys, before we definitely get into it, shout out to my Baltimore Ravens.
I knew you were going to say that.
I am expecting to see some comments on the YouTube channel about my Ravens gear. Oh, look, y'all. Got on my Ravens shirt.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I got to admit the hat is cute, but.
Yeah, the hat is cute. I love this hat. Oh, that's another thing. It is no telling what kind of hat you all will see me wear. I have a big thing for hats and for coffee mugs. So, okay, with that being said, I also want to let you guys know if there is a topic that you would like to hear me and Lydia talk about, or just to weigh in on, or if you have any ideas or suggestions for something, please leave us a comment on the YouTube channel. And thank you to all of the subscribers that we have so far. And if you like it, please suggest it to your family and friends. And yeah, just subscribe. And we appreciate all of the support. So today, Lydia, you ready to get started?
Let's get into it.
So last week we did a bonus episode related to my divorce and heartbreak. Didn't go into everything. I gave one aspect, but today we're going to talk not only just about cheating, but also cheating with pastors. I feel like I'm not going to speak for Lydia, but I think maybe we might feel the same way, that pastors have kind of gotten a free ride.
Yes.
I'm going to let you start off, Lydia.
Yeah. Truth of the matter is pastors have gotten away with all of that because they can just say, give any kind of excuse. For example, can I give an example that we discussed a little bit earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about Pastor John Gray. Pastor John Gray just came out that he was cheating with someone else again, and this is the second time within the past few years.
Okay, wait, and was this like cheating? Like
cheating.
I mean, like
like doing stuff. Yes. So my thing is this: right now, I have a lot of Christian friends still. Because I still consider myself Christian. But I still have a lot of Christian friends, and on my timeline on Facebook, they're really upset because they're like, oh, this has to be, this has to stop and everything. And I'm like, it's been time to hold pastors accountable for this stuff.
Hello, somebody.
It's been time. Like, why in the world have we let them get away with it? You say, oh, well, they're just a man. We got to give them grace and everything like that. Yeah, you give them grace, but you still hold them accountable.
Wait, would I get grace? Or would I get dragged?
No.
If I did something like that, I would get dragged.
If you were a congregant, if you were a member of the church, you would get all kinds of, you'd probably get kicked out of the church. Who knows?
Exactly.
But they don't do that for people in leadership. And I don't say that to be like, oh, I hate the church. I don't hate the church, but I do
No,
hate.
Lydia was a pastor.
A minister.
A minister.
Yes.
My bad.
Yeah, no, but that's okay. But no, I love the church, but because I love the church, I need to say this is wrong. When I do this with my own kids, if you love somebody, if you really care about someone, you tell them when they're wrong.
Agreed.
And so if you love the church, if you love the people of God, tell them, hey, look, you need to step down and get yourself right before you start trying to teach anybody anything. The Bible says that leaders are held to a higher standard. And the thing is our leadership haven't been held to a higher standard by the people. So because that, they've been doing all kinds of mess. And then the first time, let me get back to John Gray real quick. The first time he cheated, he blamed the woman he was messing around with, saying that she was, trying to break up his family, trying to break up the church. She was the villain in all of this. He didn't have any responsibility, so he played the victim role.
Of course.
So wait a minute. His wife bought it. He bought her a car, and he acted like he was remorseful, but he wasn't. He was remorseful because he got caught. He was not repentant, because repentance means you are sorry for what you did and you change. He didn't change. He kept on doing the same thing because he got away with it before. He's going to get away with it again. And this time he brought his own son into the mix and had him coordinating stuff. And his son recorded stuff.
What you mean?
Yes, so that he could use it against his father later. Look at Father's face. Yes, this stuff is deep, but he's not the only one. There are many other pastors that are doing this. There's many other people in leadership that aren't being held accountable. I'm just telling, if there's anybody who's watching that's a person of God, we need to start holding our leadership accountable. If we're going to be held accountable, they need to be held accountable too. That is all I have to say.
Amen.
And let the church say it.
Well, I want to, with this cheating topic, for the life of me, I just don't understand why it's done. Mm-hmm. Some people may not agree with me. Y'all don't drag me. But when you're younger, when you don't know better, you're just learning, mm-hmm. starting out, mm-hmm. I can see, I can sort of give a pass. Give a pass. But when you get older, or when you reach, a certain age, take age out of it.
Right.
When you commit to a relationship, when you're
right.
married, shouldn't that end?
Shut everything else down.
And then you have, this is one difference that I've noticed between men and women. Mm-hmm. A woman, the women I know, don't have a problem admitting if they've cheated. They don't have a problem coming back, apologizing for it, discussing it, talking about it, acknowledging it, and moving on. The men that I know, listen closely, not all men, some men, right. The men that I know, they will hold on to a lie for them forever. Yeah. Forever. And then you ask them, well, why did you cheat? Was, your wife problems in the bed, in the bedroom, lack of sex? Right. No. Money issues? No, I don't have any complaints. Well, why? Mm-hmm. It just happened. No, hold up. That shit don't just happen. Doesn't just happen.
It just happen. You're just impulsive. You're that impulsive. And you
unzip your pants. Right. Find a place, find a location. It didn't just happen. Mm-hmm. And okay, let me really try to understand this. Just happening, wouldn't that be one time, Lydia?
Yeah.
Over and over. And this is the funny part, not haha funny, ironic funny. There's a lot of women who think that if they cheat with a man, they're ultimately going to end up with him.
Right.
Sometimes that does happen, not very often.
Right.
Not very often at all. But
right.
I'd like to understand. So listen up, fellas. If there's anybody, any dude that is willing to come on and talk to me and Lydia and give us an open, honest, fair opinion about why men do this, we want you on. So yeah, comment and let us know, because it just doesn't make any sense. And for me, trust is gone. I couldn't forgive anything like that.
Right.
No, you're done.
Right.
That's so I don't understand it.
And your integrity's gone.
Hello.
You have a lack of integrity. You decided to make that choice because it was a decision you made.
Sure.
Everybody can have a different option. You made that choice. You could have went golfing. You could have had another hobby. There's something you should have done, something else to feel whatever you're feeling. If you're feeling like, oh, I'm not getting loved, speak up. And if it's still not working, be an adult.
Oh, and hey, love and sex don't pay the bills. Just saying.
Yeah. But be an adult, take responsibility. And if it ain't working out, then divorce, separate, do something, but don't.
Something.
Yes. You lose all integrity when you decide to make that decision to step out on your marriage.
Agreed.
So, I mean, to be honest, when I was younger, before I was married, I was a wild child. I was out there, but and I don't think I was ever faithful to any of my boyfriends or the people I was with. But once I got married, cha-ching, something happened. It was it, and thankfully I haven't had to deal with that in a marriage, but I know so many people who have. And you not only ruin, like I said, your integrity, but you ruin the life you had with that person.
That's true.
And the person that you hurt, they're carrying around that baggage until they are able to deal with it. You don't think so?
I do, but you just made me think about something else. Mm-hmm. Why I've never understood why you have people that will lay down each other. They're good enough.
What?
Why people will sleep together. Mm-hmm. There are people that will just, have sex. People that are good enough to sleep with, have children. But then when they part ways, one partner won't want anything to do with the children.
Mm.
Isn't that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never.
Like it's a package deal. Now I don't have her. I don't have the kids.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I've never ever been able to comprehend that. I mean,
I wish I could understand that.
Yeah.
And try to make sense of it, because even with, like you say, that male cheating, because you were talking about why women cheat, that they'll be able to to speak on it.
Yeah.
And then men can't. I don't know that men won't, but to me, the root cause of, I think, whatever the root of whoever cheats needs to be addressed so that they can have stable relationships in the future. I don't know. I kind of lost track of what I was going to say.
Oh, Well, some people aren't capable of doing that. I mean, just like they're good people, they're bad people.
Right.
Some people that are bad are willing to change to get better, but you have some that they're just not. They're not going to do it. It's a thrill to see what I can get away with next.
See, you're absolutely right, because and not to bring Trump into it, but it's kind of one of those things, because he's been a known cheater. He's cheated on every single wife that he's had so far, even the one he's with now.
Yes, he you know what? He's cheated, sorry, pretty much in every aspect of his damn life.
Right. And the reason, they feel no remorse.
No.
They feel no remorse. They don't feel any. And what was I trying to get at that point? You saying something. But anyway, he cheated on every person he was with. And a lot of times that's because they're narcissistic and selfish. And they don't see anything wrong with what they're doing.
And there's no
it's all
cure
about them.
for narcissism. There's no cure for narcissism. None. There is nothing that can be done for a narcissist. So, yeah.
In some aspect, I think they they deserve it. Like, I deserve to have my wife and then something else too, because I'm that great. And I think that's what narcissists do.
I agree with that. I can see that. I could, yeah. I agree with that. I think there are, quite a few people that fall underneath that umbrella, Lydia.
Yeah.
So did you have anything else you wanted to say about cheating?
No. I not to bring up church again, like we did last time, but that was what, it is a big problem throughout, in general, in the United States. It doesn't matter if you're someone of faith or somebody who's not.
Right.
And you're not any better. if you hide, the more you try to hide it, the more it's going to come out. Everything comes out. What's done in dark always comes to light, right?
Man, she ain't never told a lie, y'all. It does. It does. Eventually, it may take a little while, take a little bit of time, but it does eventually always come out. That's a fact.
It's ugly too. Ugly.
Yes.
The truth is ugly when it comes out. But yeah.
Yes, it is. So you want to roll into some current events?
Sure. Which one did you want to get into first?
I kind of want to talk about the two officers that got shot in Compton.
Okay.
And before we even go into it, I want both of them to pull through.
Yes.
There was no
excuse,
no justification. That was horrible. And for me personally, I have yet to hear, I don't know anybody that has said they were glad something like that happened. That was horrible.
Yeah.
So I hope that both of them pull through. And I hope the shooter is caught.
Me too. And I hope that, because I heard that there were protests at the hospital where people were saying that they're glad that the police officers got shot and everything. And I hope that we can get to a place where we can be civil and actual human beings in the near future. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just a sad tragedy. And unfortunately, it hurts any kind of movement, any kind of, if it's, if it was somebody who was on the Black Lives Matter or anything like that, or.
Oh, I think that definitely hurts us. That definitely hurts Black Lives Matter. Oh, and you guys, I'm Black. Lydia is Mexican. So without a doubt, I feel like it's a setback. Now the relationship between the police officers and Black people is going to be like 10 times worse. And it was already bad.
Right.
It was already bad. I don't know who the shooter is. I was interacting with a couple of my followers on Twitter. One of them said, she said it's possible that, because I guess the person, which it was a surprise to me, side note, it was a surprise that the shooter still has not been caught yet.
Right.
Well, apparently that's why I think it was planned. I guess he was just bundled up, covered up extremely well. But she said, what if the shooter was white and they try to say it's somebody, black that did it, but then when they catch the individual, what if he's white? I just think that this is going to go in just a whole bad direction, and things have already been amped up.
Yeah.
So before, I said that I really and truly feel like the closer we get to November the 3rd, the worse it's going to get. Man, 45, he's putting things in action, talking about make sure you show up to watch the polls. You guys are going to come to watch the polls. What?
This talking to his militia people.
Exactly. This is so freaking frustrating. So it's hard. I don't like conspiracy theories, but it is so hard for me to not feel like those two officers that got shot, I know that it was intentional, but I mean intentional in another way.
Right.
To actually produce a different ramification. Hello.
To start a
war.
Yeah. They want to start a war. I don't know whether it's a war that they're trying to start between races or if they're trying to start a civil war, but they're trying to start a war. And, I'm just going back to Charles Manson. Charles Manson, all of that stuff he did was trying to start a race war. The helter-skelter stuff and everything like that. And the reason why I said that is because there are several cults in the past that have tried to start race wars. And a lot of these militia people are being influenced by the cult leader in chief, Trump, or Chump, if you want to call him, whatever you want to call him, but Chump sounds better. But anyway, they're being influenced by the cult leader in chief. If you look at some of the pictures of militia people that are standing out guarding buildings with guns, because the buildings are much more important than human lives. I've seen some with Trump flags on their little what's that called? I'm talking about bulletproof vests and stuff.
Oh, bulletproof vests.
Yeah. So, I've seen them with that on there, and I'm like, come on now. They're being influenced by not only Trump, but also QAnon.
Girl.
So, yes.
Let's go there.
You want to go to QAnon?
Yes.
So, you guys know that QAnon just got shut down. Well, the main website got shut down, as well as an app that he was trying to put out where you could post stuff, and it's like basically a social media for haters. I don't know. or for the QAnon followers. I should have said, social media for haters. But anyway, the website got shut down because Bloomberg had his journalists track him down, and basically he's a 42-year-old. What's his name? Jason.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah. I don't want to say the wrong. Jason Galinas. Jason Galinas is his name, and he's 42 years old. He's out of New Jersey. This whole time, the QAnon followers, the QAnon cult, have been thinking that he was deep state. He was somebody who worked for the government, who had a whole bunch of knowledge of all the deep state stuff that's going on. So that's why they're following him. You see people at Trump rallies with QAnon shirts on, or QAnon flags, or just QAnon posters and stuff. They've made Trump their god. and QAnon the leader.
And I just need to say, I wholeheartedly believe that Joe Biden is going to win, Trump is going to lose, and Trump knows that he's going to lose.
Yeah.
And he's creating all of these just traumatic, dire, mean situations intentionally.
Right.
But that website, the QAnon website going down, that's
victory. It's a very big victory that.
And Lydia, I missed that because I was watching the Ravens win. But so I missed all of that today. But that's huge.
It is huge, and I'm surprised it's not being blown up more
by
the media. It needs to be, but
I think so.
That dude, I can't believe how many people were following him, thinking that, with this whole Save the Children thing. I have my own conspiracy theory about why that even is happening, but that's just my mind because Vonda knows for years, since 1996, I've been a conspiracy theorist, but not some of this crap that's going on right now. This is some real brainwashing stuff. But anyway, but I have my own theories about what is really going on there. And this guy, he's nobody. He's an IT person, analyst at Citigroup. My husband said he probably lives in the basement with his mama.
He's so wrong. He's so wrong for that.
Seriously.
It is really getting crazy. It's getting crazy on Twitter. So you guys, I'm on Twitter more. Lydia is on Facebook more than she is on Twitter. And I just live for Twitter. But the reason why is because everything happens. So anything you want to find out, man, it happens so fast. Twitter always knows. Right. Always. So I'm just tuned in with Twitter. But I have never had to watch my account as much as I have to watch it now. You guys, somebody cloned my account. Twitter support is overwhelmed. But me and one of my followers made a joke this morning. He said that it happened to him. And he said, people don't go after crap. They go after good stuff. So I'm the good stuff, y'all. So, but somebody cloned my freaking account. That's never happened before. And then my followers, I would follow anybody back. Now, bots and trolls are freaking real.
Right.
Literally, all of last week was freaking crazy. There were people that were supporting Joe Biden, very, very positive, and I'm outspoken about, the current political climate right now. You guys, these people flipped, which means they supported Trump the whole time, but they're like, oh, I don't know how to let you guys know, so I'm just gonna say it. I was a lifelong Democrat, but now I'm supporting Donald Trump. Man, get the heck out of here. You were always supporting him.
Yes.
But and then the spam, I had to take a break a couple of times. I'm like, I don't want to see all of this stuff in my timeline. What the heck is going on? Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, it's real. It's getting crazy. It's going to get worse.
Crazier.
Yeah, crazier.
Yes.
So
just know that as we get closer to the election, to November 3rd,
that's it.
It's going to get even crazier, because who would have thought we'd be this close to November 3rd and Trump still has this many supporters after what he said about the military, about what he said about coronavirus, about all of those Woodward tapes.
And Lydia and I are veterans. We're not a loser or a sucker.
I'm not a loser.
So yeah,
or a sucker.
Yeah, not.
Yeah,
right. Not.
Mm-mm.
So well, I guess with that, dang, this was good.
Yeah.
It was getting it in.
We kind of get into it, and we got to wrap it up, though, because,
I
you know.
know. So, Lydia,
Yes.
well, I want to give a shout out really quick to a couple of my followers.
Yes.
One is Vic. There are lots of Vics, but this Vic knows exactly who I'm talking about. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your support and your feedback. And Will, Chili Willie, thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate your support. Please keep it coming. Keep it coming. And Lydia's gonna let you guys know something about.
So we did get some, because, you know, the one I had about religion, and, you know, the heartbreak I went through, is I did get some people, and I just wanted to let you know that I did intend to message you back. I didn't.
Oh, Cindy.
So Cindy, so
Thank
shout out
you,
to
Cindy. I love you.
Yeah, I was about to say shout out to Cindy. I really appreciated your feedback and your encouragement. And so since I didn't do it on a message, I can do it over this podcast. I just want to thank you. And I just wanted to let you know that I appreciated you sharing your story and just being vulnerable. And I thank you for it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And you guys know where to find me, Ovanda, for everything. But if you have any comments, questions, just hit me up on the YouTube channel in the comments. And please, please, please don't forget, if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, leave a comment on the YouTube channel and let us know, and we'll gladly do it. And we want a dude to come on.
Yes.
To talk. Let's have a real discussion about, help us understand the cheating. And Lydia, what about our Shopify link?
So our Shopify link is o-just-talk.com. I mean, sorry, o-just-talk.myshopify.com. And we also put in a tab in there that says podcast. So if you click on the podcast tab, it'll lead you right to our YouTube page where we have all of our videos. So you can catch up on whatever you missed.
That is awesome. Oh, and one other thing, we're going to be having a guest on. So if anybody from Twitter is watching that follows me, I'm sure you know Xweezy with Wico. He's going to be coming on. And I think he's going to be coming on next Sunday. So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. But thank you for tuning in to Oh Just Talk. We appreciate it. And you guys might actually get another bonus episode this week. You never know what me and Lydia are going to do. No. So stay safe. Okay? And remember, the comeback is always greater than the setback. So have a great week. Thank you. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.